We're going to be taking a look at our mini networks test, which is essentially an adaptation of a fairly older concept now, 4 or 5 years, I believe. Originally came around as geo networks, which were these local targeted Web 2.0 networks that were used for optimization. So essentially, we hypothesized that building these types of mini networks out of Web 2.0s, branding them, and having these branded entities reference your company, your map listing, linking to your website, all impact local and organic rankings. So in this test, we didn't specifically test any one given mini network strategy. At Web20 Ranker, we have expanded that strategy to not just be geo-targeted, but also offer niche relevant networks as well as brand networks. And essentially the difference is we create a persona based on either a geolocation, which you could see local city business network. So our city for the target location would be the persona that goes in here. And we're creating this network. This is specifically a geo network. We also have the niche network that is similar concept. We have a niche business roundup persona. So this mini network that's being built is going to be about this safe water, this little brand here that does these niche business roundups. And again, we're building this for these keywords: water purification, residential water treatment. And then our branded network, which is the actual mini network, Web 2.0s for the actual brand of the company. We're not going to go through every one. Each one is set up fairly similar with map embeds, PBN references, or sorry, not PBN references, backlink references for the website, the GBP. We'll pull up one of the deliverables here and just take a look at one of the network sites of the Geo network. And so if I pull up the Geo network here and I'll just go look at the Google site. So we have local Knoxville business network. And this is a group of Web 2.0 platforms where we essentially have built a page for this brand, local Knoxville business network, that is talking about our company. Looks like the driving direct up. There's the directions loading. Get map directions has an embed to the map. Then we also have links to the Google My Business CID URL, as well as a link to the website and optimized content. We've done that across various properties here. And again, one for not Knoxville, but for the specific niche, which is the water softener or water treatment. So we have a mini network here built around the niche specific, not the location, Knoxville, and then one for our brand. So if we jump on over to our rankings, as you can see, these finished up on the 27th, 26th, 27th, and we actually started our rank tracking. Let's pull up local Viking. It shows a little better picture here. So right before our order was delivered, we started tracking the GeoGrid. So the very first GeoGrid kind of shows where we were at and kind of where we're at now. Commercial water filtration, we can definitely see some movement. When we look at the keywords that we're not ranking at all, we are definitely starting to see some movement after just a week or two in after the network's being built. When we start to look at some of these that were previously ranking, we don't see as much movement. So definitely some movement here. Looks like we have a slight increase as an average rank, a 5.72, now 5.33. So very slight increase. Some of these we didn't see any movement for. Drinking water Knoxville, again, this is one with very slight movement, went from an average 6.22 to a 5.98, very slight movement. And I would say we see the most obvious movement again on the keywords that weren't ranking at all. I think some of these, like eliminating hard water, Knoxville, had some fluctuations where they weren't number one previously. It's not loading there. But yeah, they weren't number one previously, now are number one. Some of these we aren't seeing any movement for. Again, slight increase here. Could be regular fluctuations. Residential water treatment, see some nodes popping here. We are in about, I think, about 2 weeks. The 26th was, so we're only about a week in since the initial start. So this is the very, very first update that we're looking at here. Looks like reverse osmosis systems, Knoxville, definitely jumped up. It'll be interesting to see if we have any references to osmosis in any of these. That would probably be this one here, right? Enhancing water safety. Okay, reverse osmosis is definitely referenced there in that post. Looks like the blog post is up, but that's having problems. Could just be my internet too. Everything's running slow here for some reason. So no reference to osmosis here. I'm assuming there's some references some other places as well. But again, we could see fluctuations for certain terms from the website. Yeah, so we have reverse osmosis. We have a whole page for it right here, 4 references on the home page. So whether it was picked up by the home page, we could be seeing that increase, could be from the mini networks increasing authority. Again, we're going to have to give it some more time. Again, and all we have is the listing, the website, and the 3 mini networks that we built. See no movement here. Water purification, Knoxville. Some of these I think we have seen, very slight drop, 4.84 to 499, but that's not really a drop, just regular fluctuations. Again, these are just some regular fluctuations. I think mostly what we're seeing so far is just general fluctuations in the map, probably things getting picked up by the Google crawling the mini networks and things like that. Probably they are indexed. We have checked that some are indexed. There might be some of the inner pages and things and such that are not indexed though. So we will stay posted on this. So far, we are seeing some initial movement. Can we correlate it exactly to the mini networks? At this point, I would say inconclusive. We will do some more follow-ups, over the next few weeks. And as we continue to test, create some more single variables and see what is really impacting the rankings. As we've seen with previous tests, map embeds, NAP references, all the things that we're doing with the mini networks has shown some significant movement. So what we're doing here, as opposed to using the PBN, we have not used any tiered links on these networks yet either. Maybe that's the missing piece to the puzzle. We will continue to test and keep you updated.